Just a short train ride from the Indian capital of Delhi lies one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal, a masterpiece of Mughal architecture and a world-renowned symbol of India's rich history. In today's video, we embark on our own self-led photography tour as we explore this incredible world wonder. Even with a 5 a.m. wake up, we couldn't help but feel excited to finally be here.
Guys, we could see it right behind that tree over there.
Oh, so it is! I didn't actually see it. Wow, I can just see the tops of the towers.
I almost like don't want to see it all yet. I just want to like wait until we get through the gates and then see it.
Touch that photo. It's too dark.
Holy smokes. The sun isn't even up yet, but it's like glowing.
It's so beautiful.
Wow.
It's just like such a treat to be like some of the first ones here. These guys are literally the first people walking down the path. To have the view of the Taj, like just to ourselves, is stunning. Not just to ourselves, sorry, without people in it. There's lots of other people here, they're just behind us.
The place has like an incredible like peacefulness to it early in the morning, but it's slightly interrupted by the fact that there's lots of people trying to like become a guide and try to help you out. But if you remove that out of the equation, it is spectacular. Actually, no, the whole thing is just spectacular. It is just so beautiful to see it in the sunrise lit up.
I just can't believe we're here. And don't get me wrong, there's swarms of people coming in, but like, just to remember the Taj like this for 30 seconds with not a lot of folks here, it's so beautiful. Huge perk of getting here early is that there just aren't a lot of people here. So we had like a few seconds of peace and we were able to get some photos on that bench when we first arrived, with like basically no one in the background. I think that's like the win of the day. It's been a good day already.
I think really what pops out is like how white it is. It's all made out of marble and you could really just get a sense of like royalty written all over it.
Just how grand this place is impossible to capture on the camera. This is a giant structure.
It's also like that morning peaceful like serenity. I think that's really adding to it. And then there's also like birds just kind of flying casually around us.
And there's monkeys. I heard them squabbling recently.
Yeah, but nobody likes the monkeys.
We're not big fans of monkeys.
On the west side here is actually really beautiful. It's like, I think it's actually a mosque, but it has these great archways. And because the sun is rising, it's coming up behind the Taj Mahal. And like with the arches, it makes it for a really cool silhouette shot. So we took some photos with Nicole. Hopefully they turned out really well. But I think this is actually a really interesting way to see the Taj Mahal as opposed to from the traditional side, which is like on the south face we were earlier where we started the day. So when you get to places like this, it's so exciting and it's so exhilarating that you just want to like run around, take all the photos that you can, and just try to you almost like capture everything. Yeah. But I think it's also really important to like find a place to just sit down, relax, take in the peace. And we found that here on the west side. I think it's a mosque. We're under one of the archways, not the main ones. We're not blocking anybody's shots.
Anybody's photos. But look at where we are. Just show them to the side. The view is incredible.
You know what actually I'm also really enjoying is watching people take photos because it's like
people are so creative.
They're so creative,
right.
And they're so excited like we are.
Like Stonyfield just looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Got beautiful gowns on and yeah, beautiful saris on. Like people just look so stunning. I'm coming. Look at the sun. I feel like I can't take it all in. There's like so much to take in. Like it's just so beautiful. The sun is rising and I like don't want to miss it. I want to take photos because it's so beautiful. I think it's overwhelming when you think you'll probably only be here like once in your life. I like just really want to do it justice. I wish the sun could stay rising for like 4 hours so I didn't feel like rushed to take in the sunrise part of it.
I don't know, I've always felt like when I think of India, I think of like this like world wonder and we're finally here.
Also there's like some really cool pop-in music coming from across the river. And I'm like, is there a party at 6:30 in the morning? Like, what is happening?
The Taj Mahal welcoming party, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, actually. Also, the Taj Mahal is right next to a river, which just like really sets the scene here. Because you just have the slowing, grayish brown river flowing just like right on one side of the Taj. It's stunning.
I really feel like this is like a photographer's paradise here. There's so many like cool and interesting shots that you can take from like so many different angles of the Taj Mahal. We've taken a fair bit of photos now, and the sun's come up and it's completely like different lighting, so I kind of feel like we should go back around and take some new photos in the same spots. So I'm not sure if it was obvious earlier, but this is the western like mosque that's on the west side of the Taj Mahal that we were taking photos in earlier with the nice archways. It's a beautiful building by itself. Like, I think if the Taj Mahal wasn't here literally eclipsing this building, I think you could probably spend a good afternoon just
People would come for
taking
this.
photos. Yeah, and just admiring this.
It does offer great archways for photos, so.
Yeah.
Also, we know that the Taj Mahal is actually closed on Fridays because it does, like, people come to pray. There's a mosque, so Muslims come to pray every Friday, and it's completely closed. You can't come visit at all. All right, so a couple of fast facts about the Taj, because I haven't told you anything about it yet. It was built by Shah Jahan in the 1600s. He was an emperor, and he built it because his favorite wife, he had so many of them, his favorite wife died in childbirth, giving birth to their 14th child together. And he just adored her, so he wanted to build her a beautiful mausoleum. So she's buried here, and not super long after it was finished being built, he also died. I think they died 30 or 35 years apart. So he is also buried in here with him. He spent what would, in today's money, be like almost $1 billion building this mausoleum for his wife and him. So I guess that didn't go over super, super well, but I mean, it's beautiful. We're enjoying it for centuries, so that's a perk.
So guys, we've made it over to the other side now, the east side, and it's the same Taj Mahal, but it looks completely different when it's lit up with the sun.
Yeah, it's almost hard to look at because it's like so reflective and bright.
Later on in the day, I think it's gonna be really tough to look at, all that white marble. Also, the other side here has like a similar building to that one we were taking photos of in the archway. It's blocked off, so
Yeah.
if you want to take photos, the west side is where it's at.
Yeah, I gotta go to the west side. The grounds here are stunning, and also it is now 7:15. There are so many people here. So, although it was a very early morning, it was definitely worth getting here. Well, at like 5. I guess we've been here a while.
So I think one of the funniest things when you're out and about kind of going sightseeing is when you see people like walking around on a voice call while they're in like such a magnificent place. And I always kind of wondered why. And now I get it, because Nicole's on her voice call with her family because she wanted to share like the Taj Mahal and how excited she was, and like it totally makes sense.
I had to share it. It's just so cool to be here.
I was just wondering what compels somebody to do like a voice call in the middle of something so great.
Well, a video call.
Or a video call.
I'm always like, why are you on your phone? But then we come here, I'm like, I gotta call my family.
So we're walking around, scouting out a washroom. We're back through the garden area we walked in at the beginning of the day.
I already have to pee.
Nicole already has to pee. It was hard to kind of take it all in the morning because it was still like the sun was still rising. It was still fairly dark, but the grounds here is actually really, really gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's so clean. It's so like well manicured and taken care of.
It truly feels like a palace. Like, I can't believe that someone created this concept to lay like their loved one to rest. Like, whew, that's a grand gesture, man.
I can only imagine what the palace would look like.
Right?
So something we kept seeing online whenever we looked at the best photos to take here at the Taj Mahal are a lot of celebrity photos and people trying to recreate those celebrity photos. So Nicole and I are gonna try and recreate some of our favorite celebrity photos, and you guys have to tell us in the comments which one you think is the most accurate.
you can buy extra tickets to get into the mausoleum and like on the platform here. And I mean, if we get this close to the Taj, we feel like we've got to go up there. We like bought our tickets for the whole site online, but we didn't buy tickets for the entrance to like the mausoleum area. So we're gonna do that now. Hopefully it's just a couple hundred rupees and we get to visit this beautiful thing.
And also, while we're thinking about it, the tickets to get in here were 1,100
Yes.
rupees per person. Not too bad considering that you're gonna see like one of the big
Wonder of
world
the
wonders.
world.
But yeah, you could do it online, and then you get like a little ticket with a QR code. You scan the QR code, super simple. Then you go through security. They like check everything. So don't come with anything like bigger than like basically like a camera bag or really like a purse.
And you're not allowed to have microphones and stuff, so sorry if the audio in this video isn't as good as normal. We had to leave our microphone back at our hotel. Like Elsie.
Wow, this is incredible, like up close. And I love how it's like a lot sunnier now because you get a real sense of like the whiteness of the marble, and everything seems so like polished. I guess that's why we have all these shoe covers on.
Yeah.
Or we're like polishing it for them as we walk around, who knows. I actually really love the design of the Taj Mahal. Like when you get right up close to the wall, it's a little bit different than the places that we saw in Delhi, where like the faces of the monuments or structures are just so ornate and detailed, and there's so much carvings and whatnot on them. Here it's just like showing off the beauty of the white marble and very minimalistic wall faces. Like even the roof of the little archway, there's like no crazy statues. It's just showing off like almost like a cool geometry with the marble. So we've officially circled to the east side of the Taj, and it is very bright.
Holy man.
The marble is like glistening.
Reflective thing besides a mirror. Holy man.
It kind of reminds me of being like in the snow because it's so blindingly bright on the ground. So we're heading into the mausoleum. I don't think we can film in there, but we'll tell you all about it after we get out.
Going to the mausoleum took 5 minutes at most.
Maybe 3 minutes. It's really just like one room with like the two tombs of the emperor and his wife.
What is cool though is like she's in the center. It's almost like they placed her there when they were ready, when the tombs were ready, and then he died however many years later, and so they put him like adjacent to her, next to her, but it makes it asymmetrical, which is weird because the whole rest of this entire place feels so symmetrical. I think the extra ticket is definitely worth it to like at least to come up here.
Yeah.
The mausoleum is cool, but like being up here on like the whole sort of area of like the main building, the main mausoleum, that's what's worth the ticket. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today as we take an awesome item off of our bucket list.
It was an amazing day, and if you want to see more adventures just like this in India, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll catch you in the next one.